Cough, cough. Right. I'm just getting links up. Very unfortunate when I start these with the full minute of silence. That's probably not too good on rewatch, but oh well. Alright boys, let's finish chapter 2. Everyone is out and I am content with my place. This was the last save I did. This game will begin from where you left off. Is this okay? Yes, it is. Makoto, says Swim Girl. Are you okay?
Hey.
Did he talk to you too? You're the only ones here. Where's everyone else? Either they're already off trying to verify what Monokuma said, or they've fallen victim to the something that Monokuma mentioned. The something?
Perhaps.
Has it happened again? Murder! After hearing what Monokuma had to say, the worst possibility forced its way into my mind. It took everything I had to drive that thought away. So something really did happen. Does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday?
Huh?
It can't be. That's just a bunch of old memories. Just old memories? Don't be so sure about that. Clearly someone felt it was more important than that. Also, why is he here? He wouldn't be here unless he felt like he had to be. To judge someone else's values based on your own outlook. Do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
Why didn't you say something yesterday?
Naturally.
Did you already forget? This isn't a co-op game. It's every man for himself. What good does it do me to get out of my way to help you?
Just the worst.
Stop saying that already. There's something wrong with him, for serious. Did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters right now is that we find out what happened.
That's fine.
She's right. Let's all split up and begin looking. The game is afoot. Fun! So did someone actually die? I feel like this is just like a red herring.
So,
I knocked on all the doors but nobody answered. Did they all go to see what happened? Oh, then what about the second floor of the school? It's the one place that's new to all of us, so it seems like the natural place for it. So, knocking on the doors does seem like a possibility, but we can rule that out. I trust her, I trust her. Let's go over to here. There doesn't appear to be anything here. What are you doing here, Sakura? Did you find something? It's just that what you said the other day must have been lurking in the back of my mind.
Perhaps.
If something has happened, the killer might try to use this to destroy evidence again. I suppose that was floating around my subconscious and it led me here. Has the person died yet? I'm not sure. I just started from the dining scene from yesterday, so you haven't missed anything. I gotta know, dude. I gotta know.
Yo!
What do you think?
For serious?
You know more about that kind of thing than me, right? But what's that supposed to mean? You're some kind of psychic, right?
Hey!
I think you've completely misunderstood what it is I do. Fortune telling is like... What? Pseudoscientific bullcrap. You expect me to think fortune telling isn't pseudoscience? Sorry, but I don't want to get yelled at. Alright then. Hello, Anne. Just so you know, me being annoying is just for messing around. Yeah, I'm not annoyed. It's the internet. You can do whatever you want. And I can only nag you like your mom. Well, they wanted us to go upstairs. This is the last character we have to talk to. Is he just reading again? There's nothing here of interest, don't you agree? You should go look somewhere else. I've already checked, so there can be no mistake. That's kind of sus, dude. I think I know who's dead. It's probably Shy Girl. And she said she wanted to work out, so I think you go to the pool and bada boom, there it is. Might as well, I guess. Wah, wah, wah. Oh no.
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
So someone is dead.
It's all clear now.
Just as I thought.
I see.
Judging from what he just said, there can be no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on! In the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door. And the door swung open without a sound. Alright, thanks dude. Now we won't get shot. Just gonna make sure that Gatling gun just sits there. And yeah, oh no. No! No! Gosh! Dang it. I don't know how long it took me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at, but as soon as I did, wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth. And this is the NPC I hung out with the most. That's not fair. Oh no! I called it too! I was like, I know who it is. It's Shy Girl. She's gonna be in the locker room working out, but not really. She's actually dead. Dude, why?
Very strange.
He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Hero's corpse has been suspended somehow, and something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that is not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. See what I mean, don't you? It's Taco! It's Taco! What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. Before I could even begin to clear my head. Did something... No!
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
No. What the heck was that?
What?
You were unconscious during Sayaka, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. Imagine it so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Body discovery announcement? Then Hero really is?
Naturally.
Yeah. She's... Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It's like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Hiro's body. Like, think about it. It has to be a girl.
Damn.
And the only character that would have motivation to do this would be Tako. Or her. It could be her. Oh man.
What the?
It's all just a dream. Shut up. Tough. Well, yeah, something bad happened, alright.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know that thing about riding bloodlust and blood? Doesn't it sound kind of familiar? Murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal method. At the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial case? What? Genocide Jack? The murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal and downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? Why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack.
What?
No way!
I'm surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
Toko. Yeah, where is she? Why? Wake up. I just remember what she said about how she faints every time she sees blood.
Oh,
So she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere beside the room. This is your concern.
just a second.
as in she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction. I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. No time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What?
What the heck?
The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. Oh no.
I see!
Your eyes seem strangely vacant.
so,
And I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again. The mastermind is behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Ooh. Someone among us. Oh, among us. Funny. Funny, funny. Oh my goodness.
Of course!
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life.
Yahoo!
That's how graduation works. What you say? That another one of us? Alright, get over it, Makoto. What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know? There's just nothing down there. Pray to mine. What? What? Why? Give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right?
It's the Monokuma file!
Alright.
See ya later!
No way!
Examining the corpse of one of our friends, having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
Oh! Help me!
We're getting out of here.
Such ignorance.
Blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object.
Naturally.
If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon?
What?
Do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you! Piece of shit!
Show a little respect or I'll beat something into you.
Calm down.
Yeah, she's dead.
Because
If Bakugan is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro.
that's right.
Unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What?
She actually thinks that a serial killer just broke into the school because he just felt like it. He's like, oh, I used to have a teddy bear when I was a kid. This place looks great.
Hey! Hey!
In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What?
Actually,
What? I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right?
so then. Hey,
You don't want to miss out on at least the potential of the serial. Why? Just one would totally murder that possibility.
punishment is waiting for you.
What a pun. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
So,
Alright.
There is nothing to be done.
This is so weird. It's her. It's her. it's locked in. My vote's already locked in.
Is that okay?
And we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. Investigate time. Seems like there's a dumbbell on the ground that I didn't see. The investigation music is probably my favorite music in the game. Just listen to that. That's awesome. Cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file number 2 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know. I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case.
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Bakugan on this one. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Whoa. A blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Probably. There's some blood over here. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Alright, investigate the body. The dead body.
Very strange.
The more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
What?
We're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. That's so weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why can you look at this? Some more weights. Oh, Kyoko is back here. Took her time examining Hiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no tremor. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. She might be deaf in one ear or something. You know? Had a real complex about being weak. You heard Hiro talk about it, right? Well, I need to get stronger. I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? I already mentioned it, but she was a girl. Okay. This doesn't mix well with the current world situation. You can't just go around saying stuff like that. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Hiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Oh, man. Oh, man. No. No. Should I have spent more time with her? She could have been killed somewhere else and carried here. She's very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well.
Still think she came here on her own by choice. Thought she wanted to get stronger, so you're saying she came here to exercise? According to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Should she really be exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself were usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. I only assumed she was trying to avoid us. Instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have came alone. She couldn't do it by herself. She needs support from others. She could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but she also would have come with someone else. What?
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. This is our next location. Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Okay. This card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
You have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
What? What?
That's right.
You need something?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
All been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. It's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
Swiss cheese slaughter. Okay. Alright, the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. Okay. It means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Hero's body being found in the girls' locker room means I could see right through you. Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Hero was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in
in
there.
other words,
Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you all the time. Loaning your handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Which is like a punny little appetizer. Since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Bakugan and get your poop together. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Criminal negligence? Oh, no!
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. That'll help you understand what's going on. So they did this, so they're making the pace of the game more, like, fine-tuned. Like there's no walking around. He's just gonna whiz us to the next location. So what are we looking for here? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. Oh no! And when I did... This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. I feel like I'm starting to get it. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your ebook to another student is strictly prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Oh,
What?
okay.
Very strange.
Uh-oh.
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseball. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. A cruel, heartless death. It's the worst thing I've ever witnessed. Yeah, dude, you're totally right. Yeah.
Damn it!
Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Now
I skipped it. I'm sorry.
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
That's impossible!
It wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters. I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
I can't hear you!
I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
And Leo must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right?
You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving that question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken handbook. I don't know how that goes with our case at all. This should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. So, it can be anyone, unfortunately. Oh well. So it's probably not a girl. Need to find out who killed Hiro. To be exact, not quite. Are we still looking here? Certainly, I want to reveal Hiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Hiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
I feel like it's him. I feel like he's Genocide Jack. What about that? It'd be the only reason why he would mention it so much. Attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. What nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people. That's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Don't make me repeat.
What's that? What's that at the end?
Don't make me repeat myself.
The basis for that. Is it really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack. Big trouble, need your
I don't
help.
have time to play with you.
Oh,
I
rude.
mean,
Oh no.
please. Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange.
Very strange.
I must admit, I'm intrigued. Suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
yeah.
Let's go.
Toko's room, most likely.
Such ignorance.
So,
After what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
That's fine.
We tried talking to her ourselves. Why did the camera go there? Nice emoticons.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Hiro?
But
Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her? You!
That's fine.
For a few moments.
what do you want?
Bakula!
Yakuya,
I couldn't keep our promise. Promise? Hold on! Think about a promise? I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Okay
Let's
then.
go.
I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. Just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. Let's go in. Are we finally gonna see the archive? Yes!
Let's go.
It's finally! Oh my gosh.
So, in other words,
It's one box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It would prove very useful while I was in the library. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
that's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. What? Whoops.
That's enough.
They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. What? The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. What? I'm a little confused. What? He's just saying that. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Pay attention to your surroundings. You're sure to discover that value for yourself. Ugh. Can I get a coin? Aw. No. Oh yeah.
That's right.
Well, I do have to admit I'm a little stumped here. Okay, cool.
What?
It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
Some classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. What?
Such ignorance.
Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? Just how much Pope Speak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's just too unreal. How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
Usually. Normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. You don't understand what they actually represent. You don't understand the nature of anything. Okay. Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? Documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times. Think you've read all these documents more than once? Is all this supposed to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
So, in other words,
there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. What? The bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. Okay. So I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. Bakugan is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through these reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. Among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
that's right.
Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodless is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood. When the victim's body is suspended, it's exactly the same as what happened to Hero. The best part is yet to come. The second characteristic when the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher ups. My voice is like getting really... Hold on. Liquidation is what I need. To wet my whistle, if you will. Alright, I'm doing much better. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Hero's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That is the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
Okay. What?
interesting.
Never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. But don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what you have already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. That's what he meant, right?
That's fine.
Oh my god. What's the scissors? Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. When they did leave, they were in a panic, because an eyewitness has never come forward. It's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So in other words,
Split personality? So that we use Taco and Celeste? I still think it could be him, because I think that'd be interesting.
let's go.
Like, he's so full of it, and he's so immersed in this that he's leading us through his own murder. Oh, man. This is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like
I don't
that?
have time to play with you.
Do you really think we'd be together the whole time?
Goodbye.
Okay. Alright, boys, let's go. Oh man, this is really cool. Like they're making like all these contained little stories for each murder. It's like The second murder is actually a serial killer that found their way into the school? Like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. What is B-Bex? The thing is that the case file it made it look like they had like scissors in their wrists. And that's not the case.
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
I feel as if...
That's it. I'm sure of it.
We'll steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Well, it would seem...
Okay.
Indeed. However...
I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. What?
Well... So then...
You should examine Hero's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
Oh, frick. It's rope. What? The fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something seemed not quite right. One thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that Izuchi's spinning to Hero. To figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Also, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Alright, so we're gonna have to stop at the library before we leave.
Damn.
The second floor. Especially her body and
No
her soul.
forgiveness.
Oh man, she's gonna go Super Saiyan. It's the same thing from earlier. It's so sad. Could I have figured that out? It won't let me go to the pool then. What am I missing?
Damn. No for...
Well, won't let me leave. And then there's no, like, double stuff. I've read everything. Maybe you just said something about this. The poster's gone. Yeah, the poster is swallowed. Wow. There's nothing here though. Might get some coins. Oh. Oh. Yay. That's gross.
Da 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 da!
Alright, so he just tells you to go to the dorm. What did he say? No. Frick. I guarantee you I read everything. Ah, man. I'm really failing here, aren't I? Let me leave. It's like nothing over here. What have I not found? This doesn't make any sense. Any ideas, chat? Any ideas? Please. Anything. Does it want me to ask about whoever uses the locker room? So he wants me to ask her? Over here? Okay, here we go. Every day since it opened up, sometimes Hina and I use it together.
I'm sorry.
I never really paid any attention to the posters.
However,
I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. The warehouse is not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. Wait, what?
of course.
But then there's a coffee stain in the other room.
I'm sorry.
So you can't talk about her, about the stain, I guess? Alright, we're out of here. Yeah. I literally figured it out. It's like, it was so obvious, I just forgot. I just forgot like a piece of information. Like the game is really good about telling you what to do next. It's just like, I wasn't sure if I missed one little thing to look at. No. I gotta look in here for the truth bullet, right? Guess not. Please? Alright then. Man. Yeah, I've already looked in there. Both lamps work? That's cool. So I gotta get to the warehouse. Oh. Maybe I gotta look in here to find the other handbook? But she's missing a handbook.
Huh?
Why do you mention it?
Huh?
I mean, she's always in the laundry room. Maybe that's where her tablet is. No. Oh, what? Is each individual washing machine? Oh, it does. It does. Oh, that's awful. Wow. That's odd. Yeah, completing this game must be a nightmare. No, the magazine. This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. You found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. And you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Hero was in the warehouse.
indeed. What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule, headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken a rule, none of this ever would have happened. Get what you deserve, I suppose. She went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. Strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Hero carrying. I mean, the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Anything left in here? Oh, that's the camera. What is this? Oh, it's just a TV. Whoops, wrong door. We don't got much to go off of for this. Besides stuff that feels like it's too obvious, you know? It's like, ooh, extension cord. Bakugan used extension cord. It's only extension cord, guy. Wowee. Only one in chat? That's alright. Dining hall. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I mean, it says there are 3 viewers, and That's pretty good for how I've been going. So I'm content, even if the viewers choose not to talk. It's fine by me. Just keeps on mumbling something about genocide chat, so I just left her there.
Yeah!
What are you eating? A donut, of course! There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. What? Oh my gosh.
No.
You and her invited Hero to exercise with you. She always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Oh wait, what happened? What? I didn't know you could do that. Was she just shy? No, she talked to the boys all the time. Totally fine with the opposite. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? What? And we're done.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Oof. Here we go, guys. After the trial is over, so is the stream. Is everyone ready to what? We're missing someone. Taco's not here.
Come on!
How could I forget that little nutjob? It's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Uh-oh. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would try to compete.
So now everyone's here, right?
Oh, man. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. That murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. I give you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. Nice. There's something odd about Toko's behavior. I don't think mere shock is enough to explain it.
Very sad.
Aww.
Wow.
What are you doing back
Shall
there?
we go?
Alright.
Well,
It's only customary.
well,
I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. We doing this?
Count on it!
Right, bro?
Hey, come on.
Alright, let's do it. Oh. Oh man. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, it continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills!
My voice is breaking out a lot. Hi, Mystery. How goes it? It goes quite well, I have to say. We're about to uncover the murderer of Hero. So sad. Alright. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. It's so anime. Okay. I like making separate save slots for these. Alright, what do we got? I never actually read this. Time of death was around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girl's locker room. In school, the cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's unfortunate. She declined several invitations from them. Maybe used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Hero had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. Locker room doorbell. Probably killed her. Mondo's account. She inferiority complex about being weak. She admired strength more than anything else. Unlock a locker room. You need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room. Female student for the girls, and it's not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Really? It is not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, letting someone in your handbook is a violation of school regulations. The poster switch. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Could it be the broken one? She was responsible for a coffee stain. The night of the murder, right before nighttime, Kira was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seemed she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably she was on her way to exercise, but clothes were not found at the crime scene. Like, there's so much missing evidence. Aww. I didn't even uncover that much, and I spent time with her too. It's so sad. Oh well. I don't have anything else, do I? Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So if you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Was user level the title below. Alright. Alright, I gotta get the dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I messed up. Hold on. hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Oh really?
Hero's fatal injury. It appears
I can't reload. I was gonna reload it where I saved it. That's so stupid, man.
But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Can you believe there's a
I bet it was
trophy?
an iron pipe.
Nothing's wrong.
Can you believe there's a trophy that's like you can't lose any health at all?
The object that dealt the fatal
And that like
blow was the
30% of the people
found
that
at the
played this
scene of
game
the
did
crime?
that? And it's like, how bad am I?
It was covered in blood.
I was just like, it's so
And
nervous.
there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
It's like a glorified QuickTime event.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Like, this is so complicated.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No! That is so stupid!
Jack.
What?
I don't know who that is!
Like, I don't know until I play it. It's like, oh my gosh.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh.
That's impossible!
They make it sound
Why?
so... Why
What
don't they
makes it
just say,
impossible?
press X on the
Well,
purple
I mean,
text to make it go away?
There's just no proof for it.
I swear to God, please!
So,
No!
speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know
Why?
who that
Dude! This is so much
culprit
more
is
simpler than
Genocide
what they
Jack.
make it out to
I'm
be.
sure. Case closed.
It's so annoying.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Nothing's wrong.
I'm not a grown man, so that doesn't apply to me.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
What kind of question? What kind of question is this?
In every genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Oh!
What?
He just came out and
Genocide
said.
Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Ha!
What?
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Well, for sure, but I feel like I understand it. Also, to not be known as this, but multiple people, right? What? Schizo.
Now I understand.
That's kind of hard.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before
What?
Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Oh!
She told me a most interesting story.
Oh, no!
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
What?
Promised. I can't believe you lied.
What?
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Oh, no. Okay, well...
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Oh.
That's the only reason I promised.
Wow,
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't...
What?
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet,
What?
let's go with Genocide Jill!
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Okay, then.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
What?
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
Wait, it's been 24 hours. Oh no. If a murder wasn't committed, okay.
If a secret like that came to light,
About to say, I want to
Toko's
learn
life
these
would have
secrets.
undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but there's something still bothering me. Oh.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Well, I guess I just whoa! Dude!
Give it up.
Oh my gosh. The second guessing makes this so much harder than it has to be. They'll give me like 600 paragraphs to read about how to do this, and all it is just a 50-50 shot, and you just press triangle. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident,
this minigame
the
is
modus
like...
operandi matches completely. What more
It wasn't
proof
even
do
near
we
it!
need?
Please! Oh my gosh, I can't. I can't.
Give it up.
It just makes no
You killed her.
sense.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
Like, this is so silly.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
Oh my
now we're
God.
talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong.
Now me called elderly.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro?
What?
It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Second difference is related to how she was suspended, and before the other types of the other things was stabbed through the hands. Okay, you'll see a clear difference.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Whoa.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Where's Bakugan's like this? There's no end to it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the movie
What?
side of me just hates it! But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What?
She's fully equipped! That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
Uh-oh.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! The rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah! That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
There is one person who had a copy of the Genocide Jack cases. Oh, we're just doing it, alright.
Here's my answer.
Alright.
Yakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Oh.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was
It's a done deal.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Yeah.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Yakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
Oh, restart it!
taking me with you?
It wouldn't let me memorize the first thing.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
I know what I have to do, but it's a quick time event, dude!
Reaction for any guy!
The victim
And like,
was Chihiro.
I was literally a millisecond late and it didn't memorize it, so I had to restart. Because I didn't hold X quick enough.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
He doesn't even care.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... it was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Why can't I
must be
strike it?
Very fishy indeed about that rope.
Why is there no orange?
Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No! Stop! I
Somebody
swear
else
to
had it
God!
hidden away somewhere.
It's so annoying, dude. This mechanic is not so like busted. Like,
What? The difference between
like
the
it's
cases?
literally milliseconds of timing
to
between
explain it
each
again?
one.
When I
And
want
it matters
to kill, I use my very
nothing.
own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Dude, please!
Chihiro was
I
suspended
can't!
with...
I'm so mad. I want to continue with the game, but it's just like
That's right! It absolutely was!
quick time events. I don't think you could ever make a quick time event good.
About that rope.
It's like this is the only minigame I don't like because it's like it takes
I've
nothing.
never
You
seen that
literally
rope
just
before in my life.
spam buttons. Like I just had to smash X as hard as I could. Oh my god.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
I would give you a better introduction, Flesh, but I think we would be here for quite a long time if I tried to explain all the events
Because you see,
leading up
that
to this.
rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way
Okay.
someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
I'm so
Byakuya
mad.
must be the one who took the
Oh,
extension
yeah.
cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
You're the only one.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya is the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
I've been liking this game quite a lot. The trials are still very new to me, and they just keep throwing mechanics at it without they'll give you a line of text that just explains the mechanic way too much. It's like the game is best when it's a story, when you're just reading and talking with the camera, talking to the characters, sorry. The game is at its worst when it's an actual game. I'm sorry, but like, these mini games, the QuickTime event, I am not happy about it right now at all. It's really hurting my experience right now, but it's not making the game terrible or anything.
Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing.
This is like the best visual novel game I've ever played. And I've only played very few. There is, but that's
what kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
Honestly, I didn't remember it, but it doesn't make a difference because it's still just a QuickTime event.
Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Why does he want to die?
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is
memorizing
the poster
segments?
that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Well, you just
but
came out
don't you
and
think
said
that's
it.
kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It was moved.
I got it!
The boys'
The
locker
stain
room.
on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way! And I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I'm playing Claw right now. Oh my god! See how pointless that is?
She was the ultimate program. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong. Wait, no, I'm wrong. How is that right?
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Okay,
why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
What?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
What?
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay then. Before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold, so we headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And before she took us was... where she took us.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Ooh.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Bruh.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Okay then.
Sakura.
Interesting.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
A brief prayer?
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Mystery?
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
She's a trap! She's a trap!
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
No!
I see. So she was actually
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Why?
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact,
So
list
this
his
means
gender as
Kyoko
male,
was
then
getting all
yes, that would be
touchy-feely
true.
on the body, and she felt a little too much.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
An investigator.
I still don't
Maybe.
understand the motive for moving the body, but yes.
Well, I must admit that I did find it
Yeah.
rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Oh, man.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide
God,
and seek?
who could it be? This is like, like, they made it so obvious on purpose, and it's like, okay.
Shoot! I got it!
You would need a boy's handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Or can't read chat right now.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
The gym bag?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
What? How is that not it?
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
Oh my
Sure, if
God.
someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
I hope there's a speed up button. It only they haven't told me about it if there is.
In the dormitory warehouse.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. It conveys the mechanics and the controls just so bad. It's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, you do this and it makes this happen and it's like really cool. Yeah, LOL. Like, they try to be so funny about it, which just makes it even more confusing.
Stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that strikes me as rather odd.
I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
Don't tell me it's Biker
Point
Gang
is,
guy.
whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Where are you?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
I've already missed
really
it.
help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
It's him.
You heard him, right? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean?
I just don't understand this minigame at all.
I got it!
I really don't. I'm not going to say anything more about it.
It matched the one the culprit
I'm sorry
was
if you have to see the same cutscene like 8 times in a row.
What you're saying is,
It's
the
just...
killer was wearing the same blue...
No, what's wrong?
Because I really don't understand it. It's literally, you fail it once, they give you the answer, and then you have
Hold
to
on a
wait
second,
an hour.
Mondo.
And
What did you just say?
The anticipation makes you fail.
Huh?
It's
What'd
the
I
only
say?
Amount of challenge to
When
it.
Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
And then I assume he had it all tracked with that.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Oh no.
That can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
Well, my controller's about to die. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It's almost like she was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps.
Oh no.
But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
So, it's like, she's MVP. I'm doing absolutely nothing.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude.
Oh,
Once
yeah,
I picked
that's
up
true.
on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Yeah, what is his motive?
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Funny, it's gonna be something that just solves everything.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
Oh man, what a bro.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
A handbook.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it!
It's mine.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Wow.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
What is the point of a sauna? I've never been to one.
I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
So it's...
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Loud Man.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh! Look at his face. So is it really Taka? I don't want it to be Taka. It wouldn't make any sense. But he didn't wear clothes. I have a minute and a half.
Shoot!
Okay, fun! He wore all their clothes? Oh! I thought, like, having less clothes was more manly, but he purposely left his clothes on to be more manly.
Broken in the sauna,
I forgot.
Didn't it?
I was like the Mandela effect with how I remember
Why do you
that.
keep accusing him?
I know
Mondo
it seems
and
very
Taka
obvious
had an
now, but shut
endurance
up.
contest in the sauna not too long ago. Remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Wow. Different minigames. Wait, really?
Let's
How do I
test Makoto's
switch
assertion.
these?
If what he says is correct, then
How do I switch? I
Mondo,
forgot.
you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Oh,
then
okay.
that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Boom.
No, it's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, you are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Alright. These are fun. Oh, it just gave me 20 minutes to do this. That's fun. Okay. Huh. What even is some of this? Dude, I'm not a happy camper right now. I don't know. I'm using process of elimination on this one. Yeah. What is even happening in that panel? I'm so confused, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, what? So I'm wrong again? Oh, this is a copycat. That one doesn't work at all. What is, oh my gosh, dude, why? I'm sucking so bad. Oh my god. What? What is this? And actually, I just now knew. Oh my gosh, this wasn't explained to me at all. And you can stop the timer this way. Maybe it's this. This goes up the end. Is that it? Dude, I don't know.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Hello, Connect. Oh yeah, I heard about the bog champ thing for this racer. Not willing to get political right now. This is wore me out. This is just, oh my god, this trial was... It was crazy, just crazy. I like the first one more, but this is still good.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Yeah.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, Chihiro... She made her way to the lock, but how could the victim...
Okay.
Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
I can't believe it.
Seems
was
likely
Mambo.
that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Why did he do it? It's like I don't know what his motives were.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unclean.
Like, what was his secret? Really?
The killer is you!
At least the music be grooving, that's true.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Fun! Oh, dude.
Here's exactly what happened. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, and that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Get smacked, bro.
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Whatever, let's just get this over with. Another fun mini game.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Oh, it's triangle. Okay. I remember now.
Show me some evidence.
Bruh! Please! I'm selecting it.
Listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence.
I've already lost.
You're wrong.
Like, I hate these mini games. I'm sorry. Like, oh my gosh. The controls are so terribly explained.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh my god. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god.
Show me some evidence.
Like, they don't explain that you have to time it with the beat to select it. So I'm just over here pressing buttons from what I remember from last time. Like,
show me some evidence.
For the complicated stuff, why don't we just, like, you know...
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. Show me.
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oh. An A, really? How do I still get an A on all of that? I messed up like 3 times on each one. Whatever.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
But why?
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Why did he do it?
What? Unbelievable.
Is not unanimous. You're treading very close to the danger zone. You need to be more careful.
Sorry.
What is this?
Now then. Actually...
It's a sad story of two men. Oh. Sure, why not? I'm only here. I'm here all day, just for you. Extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. So weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. Oh, okay. He had chosen that as his way out. And nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. No matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
As the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. Then, the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
knowingly used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right. I want to change.
From his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, then ask them to help him from there. Person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. Even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
It's the very symbol of a strong man. Give me some courage, so he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. He thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. That's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed. Certainly.
But...
because...
Arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? So that started up. At least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so Tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Why did he kill, though? I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
What is this? You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat myself.
To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Oh.
Hey,
He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. The only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, he had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers from the other members, which is why...
I just... Don't fuck with me!
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. Pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, lying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I effed up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's a team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. Decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. Bruh. You're welcome, Z-Dubs. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. I wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. And yet, as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. No. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I saw what Monokuma had on me. My head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. Never felt anything like it before.
I just...
Didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Hiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret.
I'm sorry.
Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
But I want to change.
I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. Felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Every secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
I was jealous of it. Oh my gosh. That's one way to look at it. Oh my gosh, dude. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It's the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. That jealousy broke me.
What?
No!
Felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head.
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my...
I just wanted to...
Really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
Strong.
You son of a bitch!
Oh my god. I mean... Yeah, that's a pretty good little murder mystery there. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, he killed another living human in cold blood. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't.
Yep.
That's what I want to say, but... is the time for punishing this fast approaching. He's gonna get dragged by a motorcycle.
You kid me.
Well now.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Oh no.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh man. It's quite sad. See ya, Mondo. I didn't think he would be gone so soon. That leaves us with the prick who messed with the murder. Oh wow. What is this? And there's a literal serial killer in the game. Monokuma has Mondo hair. The cage of death. Oh. What? Let that death in your soul will forever be at peace. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. This is the end of the game. Bakugan?
What is this?
Naturally.
Because this game is life or death.
However,
why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Because it made things more interesting. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. Saw Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. Oh, he was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
That's right.
But, like, dude, why did you have to make it look like yourself and then lead us through the murder? It's just so stupid. It takes you out of it immediately. It's the definition of a red herring.
I see.
To create the fake murder scene.
But...
I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone that never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Let's go.
Interesting.
So I do decide to become blackened, so I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct. Indeed. Hey.
What's this?
You.
Why? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. It's my gift to mankind itself.
What?
These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn. What the heck? Damn it!
I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting!
After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up!
No trash mob for you. Our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in heck had more of a future than us. What? All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th height. Oh, come on.
My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Well, there you have it. Two of a kind, brand new trophy. Well, that was chapter 2. A lot of information there. Next time on Danganronpa, there will be one of the students is now a serial killer. That's interesting. One of them is talking about the possibility of them getting a little frisky, potentially committing murder. You know, I mean, it's no biggie in Danganronpa. It's pretty normal at this point, but I gotta say, did not see Mondo going away so quick. I really thought he'd stick around more, but yeah, he's gone. And we are now down to 10 students. Very unfortunate. Next stream, look for that 10 in the title. Have you noticed about the stream titles? Very clever, right? Yeah? Alright, whatever. Yeah, so that's it. What's he doing on the title screen? He's not alive anymore. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna stream this week. I'm gonna work on some videos for the next week. And then 2 Mondays from now. Well, not the next Monday, but the Monday after that, I will do a stream. So, probably do some stuff by then. So, yeah, once again, thank you all for watching, for those who did. Lots of different plot twists coming out. The 16th student, Genocide Jill, so many other unresolved plots. What shall be the answers? Find out next time.